Hey folks, I had a gal that got a migraine. Her mom gave me a call, and I had a 2-hour block of tutoring with her, so I didn't have that time to tutor, so I had the free time, so I came home to make this vid. I've been thinking about the Big Sister franchise, and I promise I'll make all the other ones funny. I've got a lot of good stories, but I thought I should actually do a little background, and I'm limited in how much I can tell, but depending on what I decide to talk about, some of the situations that come up will involve things that may be considered immoral, unethical, and would be illegal, and I'm not making any excuses for myself, but I need to just explain a little bit about Big Sister. She was an orphan, and she was placed with a nice elderly gentleman and was with him until she was 8 or 9 years old. He died, and she was in the system, and eventually was placed in a family who basically adopted kids for money and had like a huge number of kids. And when she was 15, her dad, her adopted dad, liked her too much, and this required her to leave. And instead of going back into the system, because she's extremely bright, creative, and resourceful, she found an amazing way of surviving. But she had some trauma in her life, and she found a way to make it work, but not always by the way one would expect. And I think of it like a tree. You know, if a tree is growing and it grows straight up, fine, but if there are some obstacles in the way, it takes a different path. And that tree may end up growing up to the sky, but it'll always have that indication of those obstacles. And Big Sister managed to exceed, to work through in remarkable ways those obstacles in her life, and in so doing, although she took some unusual paths that some may have problems with, she ended up doing a tremendous amount of good for others. Every time she did something, she did it for others, and she did it in a remarkable way. And it is because of her intelligence she was able to do it, and her creativity. It's absolutely remarkable. And I can't go into all of it. It's very convoluted, but it made her who she is today, and who she was back then, 31 years ago, when all the tales are going on. And it's the basis of the relationship that we had, and what happened before and after. And so I just wanted to sort of put that out there, so that if I bring up certain things, for those of you that have caught this video, you can understand at least that there's some context to it. And basically she was set on a path that she chose, but it was a path that allowed her to survive and to succeed, and to do a tremendous amount of good. But if you look at it just at the stories, it seems kind of weird and wacky. And she's certainly creative, but she's got a really, really good heart. And I think this will allow me in future videos to tell some tales without as many problems as if I hadn't said this.